Wakade Go, the name of the program, Good Morning from Benin, and they reach you from independent television, anywhere they watch us across the globe. For time when we say Monday, Tuesday, Tuesday and Wednesday, yes, now we say Monday, yes, Monday, Tuesday. Now we say heavy protests for part of Benin. Sapler Road to be precise, because other ones they sharp, but we'll put our mind for the way we say concern Sapler Road, especially by Oge. Bypass the way community there. So we see the protests, and the protests concern the state of that road. We can't wonder, say, what thing they happen when we see this thing, they happen all the time. Because remember, I said they protest before, they protest again, and they protest again. The last one, I will come see the commissioner when we say they in charge for road and bridges there. He can constant with television, say, talk to them and say, this man could bring a comment, he can't tell us. This road when we say they cause wahala, so how many don't build them or don't do the whole thing? How don't work out and make it talk to us? We get with us here, our friend and brother, the Honorable Commissioner in charge for Edo State for Road and Bridges, Engineer Newton Nosawe Okoji. Welcome to our program.
Good morning, sir.
I greet you.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, my before I go saying a big thing, I'm my brother Victor Rio, and I go ask on different questions then on how ABC with the waka they go. My brother, we see you. Say you go, most of the time, you say you go Sapler Road the other day over this issue when we say it concern the road. Now, when the protest starts, I can't say the road bad. Now that's when I can't feel say they don't protest, no go talk to them.
Well, I go try to break down the problem so that we go understand. You know, say that road, Sapler Road, was constructed many years ago.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm sure it don't reach 20 or more than 20 years ago when they construct that road. When they constructed that road, all of us were happy because I was in Benin at that time. We were all happy because that time to go worry, very easy. The road was smooth, no problem. And for many years, we used that road. There was no issue. But as time they go and development along that axis of the road, they increase. We can't notice for that particular ROCC to Ogege side, water begin to gather for that side to a point where it be say it can't affect the road. Initially, when the road was constructed, it was not so.
Because population did there been
because that time when the road was constructed, population not the houses not the way it did now. But now, over the space of these 20 years, the houses on that road don't increase. Just like anywhere when it be say road come, development must follow them. So the problem when they see there, now the problem when they come with road, with development, with urbanization.
Okay.
So the way we build our houses, particularly in Nigeria here, everybody go build a house, concrete everywhere. Nobody they ask, when rain fall, where the water they go? Everybody go arrange a compound in such a way that when rain fall, the water they enter road. Initially, when they do that road, it was not like that. But as more houses came, more water is now being removed from people's compound directly into the road. At the end of the day, where does that water go?
The question will be said they ask. Now we will ask you that question.
Yes.
Because
I explained something to you. I lay foundation to go to where I'm going.
Skyscraper like what build on top.
So, because the major problem for that road where they talk now because of the water when it be say they gather for there, and because of development, nowhere for that water to go. That is the thing that is causing that every year problem of that road bad. So like you said, different protests don't happen at different times. Particularly last year, my governor went there and talked to the people. And he himself, they passed the road. So they see the situation himself. So after that protest and discussion with the people, he came back to us and instructed us that, look, make we go find solution. Not just a solution that will last for 6 months or one rainy season, but a solution that will solve that problem permanently. Since that last year that he gave, I think some 9 months ago, that was when that last protest happened, and he gave that instruction. So we on our own, we have taken it on ourselves, and we have done a lot of studies within that area.
You know what he did there? I believe I'll come in now, because Victor say get question and be so answer before I ask the question. See, now like this, when the governor go there some months ago, he tell when try the protest, now go meet them, they address and say, if they can't do the road, you understand? So that people go feel they pass and issues no go there. If they can't do the road. So before we know what they happen, about 3-4 days or less than a week, we say they mobilize some people go there. They go, they walk and the rest. But they do the work, reach a point now, they abandon them. You understand? So because of say yes, because part of the process when they say is protect this last one now, they say governor say go come do am, he no come do am for them. That's not from what for their lips when they talk. And now the governor went there, he no gree do am and the rest. So the one be say he tell you now, say 5 permanent solution. We know here when he talk that one. Now you and your people, the nine be say he tell. But the way he talk when be say talk for when the whole world here. Now the way be to say in they can't do am, make the people say until now, after that many months, they never do am. Now make the people divest again.
No, when he came, he said he is going to do palliative to make sure, say, the road is passable. And like you said, he went, people came. The contractor came to say, we did palliative, and the road became passable. For the dry season. And the road became passable. But the problem where they yes, for the dry season, the problem where they talk now, they say, the problem not be to do palliative. We don't do that palliative last dry season, people pass the road. But now the rains don't come again. The water again don't begin gather. So anything when you do at that time, you don't go.
Naturally,
you don't go.
Naturally,
so that is why
naturally for dry season, motor go fit pass.
So that is why
palliative or no palliative during dry season, motor go fit pass.
No, when they talk and say they can't do the road, and he came and he did it, was it not passable?
That what did.
He do the road and it was passable.
No. That word did.
No, you ask the question you want to ask him.
That word did. Me, I'm not comfortable with that word.
Maybe you go explain to us.
May you explain. Because if he did, as you just said, why the protest? If he did.
No, you talk and hear now say, when he talks saying they come, true, you see people come the road, come do work. That is the work we are talking about. He promised that he was going to send people immediately, and immediately people came and they started work. What I'm telling you is that work, now palliative measure, just a measure to make sure, say, the road is passable, while we now settle down and come up with a final solution to that problem. And make we know for here, say, this road that we talk about, so not be a Edo State road, na federal road, and by right we not suppose go work there. In fact, when we do that work, when we do and reach some extent, we were even stopped, say, no, make una not go beyond this point because na federal road.
You know what's in the deficit.
You understand? So that was what we did to give that to enable people to pass. But now, within that time that he spoke and now, we as a ministry of Roads and Bridges, we have done extensive studies and extensive work in that area, so that we come out with a solution that will solve the problem permanently.
Okay, Victor will ask you the question now, but I want to make a clear one thing first.
Yes.
And that thing they say, say the government, the person when you go call, when go answer you, now you go call. And the governor and the near us pass that the person when they say when they call for federal, so and when the federal, so now Edo people they pass that place pass, so you don't go a person the right of a say this is not federal person. You don't understand. And secondly, too, now because the governor go there, say, yes, say, he go do and then make and I say, talk to you, say, my hand no day na God na federal road. Nobody for ask him again. Victor.
Honorable Commissioner, you get one thing you told just now when I not to take
understand.
You say, no, may the people know, say, this road, say, na federal government road. You don't go that area, the place.
My sister get house for that area.
Okay, where your sister they work?
Nah, teacher.
Government. Did they pay tax?
Definitely.
Eh?
Definitely.
You know the population we did that area, civil servant. Eh? Now, these people, they pay tax to this government. Maybe you don't see carry your 2 legs, enter a plane, go another country. And you dey see wetin they use tax money that they do. How this government go talk say that road na federal road, then because of that one you go dey drop body. When you know,
see the collector seats from the one for that area,
the people where they live for that area, thousands of people pay 50,000 naira to collect your food to this Edo State government. The same people they cry, the same people na full street, the same people their motor they destroy, the same people that they stand risk. Tell me how this government go fit talk say that road say e no concern am.
You don't have the question now.
No. Thank you. Nobody don't talk say that road e no concern us. Now you talk am here just now. Now you talk am here just now say last year my governor go there and he talk say I dey come do the road, and immediately people came and started doing the road. If to say look and say na federal road, you know, get hand this side, he go for. No, I dey tell you. No, I say make una remember. I say make una remember. Say that road na federal road, and we get 3 tiers of government. They get their different work, just like you get different stations. You now you won't go EBS, go anchor program. They go don't allow you anchor like that. It not go hard. So it go hard like that. So. ITV day, EBS day, other organizations day. You when they here, you can't go there anyhow. That's how it also be. I'm not talk say governor, don't talk say he not concerned. No, I say make una know say this road na federal road. So now in collaboration now we go work. Even if we want do anything, we go take permission from federal. Say, see our people they cry, we want do this thing. Then go say okay, make una do before we go feed do. I not talk say he not concern us. If to say he not concern us, governor for not talk and immediately work starts that time.
I like the way you talk. Now, soon I get long-term plans for.
Yes.
And then they put the plans for this thing. Which kind of plan will I get?
Like I told you, the major problem now that water when they gather. And in Edo State, we have an agency that has been constituted by Mr. Governor. When constituted of experts for flood matter, water matter, called FUMA.
FUMA.
The former NUMAP, but now FUMA. They are the ones in charge of flood and erosion issue. And they have already been tasked to design the whole of that area.
They bring the grammar.
They don't already give them the work to do how erosion go take leave that area permanently. In fact, the plan when they get, which they don't send to my office yesterday, is to take the water from all of those axes down to Ogba River, which is about over 4 kilometers away. Because we don't do, since that last year, we never rest. We don't look all the different options when they are available to us. So I'm saying that is the only way when that water go fit go. Initially, we say make we put a retention pond, make we buy one big place, make we dig and make the water enter there.
2-3 days now.
We can't look at, by the time we run all the levels, do all the calculations, we discover say no matter the land when we buy there, it not go fit take all the water. And besides, when water don't enter this rainy season, enter next rainy season, after some time it will come dey saturated. Yeah. So it go dey hard. That was the initial plan we had because of the way the thing they hurt people for body. We say okay, make we quick do that one. But when we study and well, we say that one it no go work. That is why we now did a more extensive work together with FEMA to ensure that at least if the water go reach river, it go find a way away.
Honorable Commissioner, you know, this now waiting to give hope for Nigeria, you say good hope. To give hope, not one thing. I made the hope come to pass. Another thing. The way you just explain and my belly sweet. Well. And the people where you could they how they watch you now. Especially the people who did that area. Their belly go sweet well. But it go good. May you still let the people know. When these plans, when you want to start, because now what the people just day after. Okay. Because they don't tire to hear
promises. So the question now be say when you want to put into action.
Governor too big. A big bow. He go place. Say, don't worry my people. Now vote for me. I will make una happy. And at the end of the day, nothing.
And the governor has been working since. I don't tell you all the things when we don't do that. Since that time when he talked till now. We be in touch with the federal government. In fact, before today, we don't get several meetings within this month. Even by the time when our digital deputy governor, they act, he still called for a meeting.
On the same matter?
On this same matter. Both this one and Ekpoma, Auchi, all of those, we sit down with the federal controller of works and we discuss them in details. In fact, the federal controller of works at Edo State has been very, very, helpful and very, very cooperative in this whole matter. We have agreed together with him that work will begin there immediately. Because now, as the road done day, people need to be passed. So we go still start with that palliative to make sure say at least the road people still they pass on. While the major work go start by the time the rains reduce more.
I will let you know one
now.
Thing. Okay.
Okay.
I will let you know one thing then. If you look at a little fuel scarcity today. Because that madman said the fire went put for you now, when the bomb go that side, know. But so many people, trucks and the rest, they dey for that side and they don't see road pass on the side. And because of that one now, this truck, they not fit come. If you finish when they say yes, they get fuel, they increase their fuel. Like yesterday when they come now, they plenty they come. And I go tell you one thing, maybe you don't even know. Some of the way they say don't wait. On that Wednesday night, they go pass another place, come go pass Abudu.
Abudu side.
They come up the hill now, the rest of them now, one truck fall for there, it burst into flame. The driver burned to ashes. The boy, when we say he burned to ashes because say the road say bad. We say yes, the thing they cause many things there. And the rest. So the question I want to ask you now, you talked about you do all of this road, or I want to do all of this road and everything. There was another protest when it be say concern drivers. I know you say that one a bigger this thing, but it gets from when it be say concern your ministry inside. They say they come they pay some money, they paint their vehicle. They say no, they don't go pay because the roads they won't be say they for Benin, they are bad. And the rest, if we agree now, you agree say this apply on a federal government road. We don't go talk say road like upper mission extension by what is they call it by upper mission extension, especially to around that Aduawa side. So that one a federal road. That's not state government road. That road has been bad for a very long time. I'm not sure maybe you don't pass on there of recent. You go see them. That place they very, very bad. And I want to ask you another question. The other day, the federal government said they want to do this Wotubu roads. Come out, come reach this side, where they call them Adolo side and the rest. So they want to do that long stretch of road. And we hear say the contractors what they did there, una drive the commercial, una they do that road and the rest. I want to find out from you, that road now one I say no let them do. One I say they do. What will be the statement? Two questions I be ask now.
Well, the issue of state of roads in Edo State. This government don't try well for road.
No, say don't try.
We don't try. And we know say, not be say money full everywhere like that. So we they try as much as we can to do a balancing act of everything such that it will spread. And the bit we can do within available resources, we fit do them. A lot of road projects, they go on now. If you never reach this side, now a little time, it go reach there. And we not go fit do all of them at the same time.
But you get one thing, may I help you before you go too far? You see, you get one thing, when some of this road, this I don't do before. Now, small place it for the start. Small stone go come out before you notice that. Now, one stone go come out before you notice that most of the pass and more they come out, they think they big. Now, waiting they have for most road. Now, waiting happen for that Ute Road, Upper Mission Extension Road, before Adohowa Junction for that place. Now, waiting happen for that place. Now, but today, when it's in the small, we talk for this program, we talk all the time, people they talk. The need don't come big now. And they talk about remedial work for this road. I'm not saying I construct new road now.
We they do a lot of remedial works in a lot of places. Like I said, we not go feed there everywhere at the same time. But we have active rehabilitations, maintenance going on all over the state. If you see most of the places when the BC potholes day before, we they patch them. So work they go on.
But this one don't say now.
If you don't, we go reach there. Now say we never reach there, but we go reach there. And you know, say rains now they very high. The rate of work not go there as fast as during dry season. So that is why if you say now we dey hear say road bad road, is because we cannot move as fast as we could move during the dry season.
People will not complain there because it's in dry, they feel managed to, and the rest government no say that I say it's in dry. I mean they use this.
No, not be say government. No, we see them.
Like at that time before the rain starts.
The ones when we do call, we did a lot. We did a lot during the dry seasons. Okay. Now say we not reach there, but as we they go on, we go definitely reach them.
For the Ewotubu.
The Ewotubu road, plants are on. Like work don't already begin for all the Madolo side. Work they go on, and we not they stop anybody from working though, because there are 3 tiers of government. There are even other agencies. We know they stop them from working. You not get time when we go say federal government make una not do any road, or even NDDC. NDDC they do so many roads around. Other federal government agencies they do. So we not they stop anybody.
The problem between the state government and the federal government over that road.
Like I told you, we not get any problem with federal government. We collaborate together.
They work for us and they work for us for the same road.
They work together. We see now they work together for the same road. Okay. When we get issues of federal government don't award this one, state government don't award that, we go sit down together, resolve how we go do them.
People they expressing them to say, federal government I do the road, I want to do make we go do another one.
Yes, that is what we do. We go sit down with the federal
but the federal people they don't there now, they don't come
who tell you so? I said yesterday, even up to this morning, I don't talk on the phone with the federal controller of works.
On that road of Ewotubu.
It's not necessarily on that road of Ewotubu. We don't talk today. So we dey in touch all the time. So we not tell federal government say no work, or state government or NDDC or any other agency when they do road say not do road. We will only sit down and work together to say see has it be. Now so we be one do the road. Because we discover say most times you won't do the road to this standard. Another person comes saying one do and to a lower standard. You not go say so what we normally agree is that if we say our own standard don't want to do the road to it they higher than your own. We tell say see our plan. Una go fit fund down to do and reach like this. If they say no, the thing when they our budget not go fit carry them, then we will say okay, make una leave this one for us, make we do. Then we arrange another place that you will stay, because federal once they don't allocate money to Edo State for road, we're not going to leave and make it go another place. We go arrange another place for you. Say okay, that money when you want to do this side, I beg take and do this side. The waiting you bring for us is good enough for this side. So now so we they do them. We not stop anybody from doing any road.
Like what they talk now say una discover say the way they want to do
the quality not reach there.
Quality not reach for the plans we una get. Now make una say okay, make them leave and channel the money go other place.
We are still discussing that Ewotubu and we never conclude them.
Okay. Thank God. Honorable Commissioner, so now don't do many roads. Yes. partially I agree with you because you get some major roads. Not because say you dey here, and you talk for radio, and you talk anytime, even outside the station. These 3 roads when I want to mention, so if governor never do it, I be say never work for Benin.
You feel say never work for
Yes.
Thank you.
So which road although my area where I was born, so far, it's good because if I see good here, I talk, the area when they born me, where I grow up, when I school, do everything. Down the area, so far, the best route so far, this government don't do. I must talk.
So the 3 roads.
Oh, winner, you are well, you know winner. Second cemetery, you know. You will say, you know.
So what will be the state of those roads now?
No, we don't do work for Erunse now.
Okay.
We don't do some work for Erunse. It's only that, say, we they get one major problem, which is this problem of erosion. It's a major problem. Now, they disturb most of the work when we they do. When you want construct road, everybody knows say road will not get drains, they last. And you look the road, you look all the area around, nowhere to carry the water to. What do? It becomes a big problem. So it's a major problem when they face for road construction in Edo State. So the last 2 ESCOs, we now have to decide, say, look, any area when it be say nowhere to carry water go, we not go do road again for that area.
Honorable Commissioner, this one where you talk so, may I not agree with you. The area, the road where you don't talk so now they work so.
The Erunse road. We don't do some work there before. I'm not saying we work there now. We've done some work there before. Now the water nice still spoil them. You know that Erunse now. You know if you know the Erunse, you now there you know them very well. Where we go carry water?
Okay. It be like say you don't know that route.
Okay.
Let me tell you about that route. During Osumbo time, when they award that contract at Osumbo, if you know that road, that Erunse, if you go up, there's moat. This at the time, because if I say you don't know the road where I talk about, Erunse, second cemetery, Owina. If this government talk say, they know will see we carry water where they stay all this place, they are not be fair to the people. This moat, now they come from TV road, second west. This road, where if they carry water from this same area when I talk so, straight to Ekenwa, Ogba River. By this gutter when they do, we enter moat. Now this moat, when I talk so, the same moat, now come out for Opal.
You're asking the question you're asking.
So, say they don't see road, say they don't see be a carry water plant. Now na lie.
You know what I'm
Listen, make I respond to that. Make I respond to that. Look, wait, make I respond to that.
Presently, Erunse no car the parcel. Even to use leg, in some area. The gutter where the former contractor put, where it leads to, because that one not doing well. Now I can say the water still there. Second cemetery, you can leak the same second cemetery, he enter the moat. Oh, we now.
Make
I respond to that one. You see, this issue of moat day, not be everywhere moat day. Now if you carry water go. I did tell you. Listen. When I say we do extensive work, we did extensive work. We run levels. For water to go somewhere, now say level difference day, the place low past where you dey.
Okay.
Now water fit go there. It gets some places where we don't do work. We discover say even the bottom of the moat they higher than the place when the road when you dey talk so. So not be everywhere when you say moot.
Okay, but let's say the road they ground.
It depends on the topography of that area.
Okay, the road they ground, the moat
they up.
Okay, so what kind of
so not be everywhere. Don't worry, after this program, me and you will go there where they talk, so we go look them together.
Follow you.
Yes, we go there.
Okay, Commissioner, make I ask you
still on that.
They call the question short.
What I want to maybe if you know they Benin, when they construct airport road, if you know they Benin, when they construct second cemetery, third cemetery area, enter a house and moat and all those things. Everybody will know as that place be, but especially that airport road, he get underground drainage when they do. They take the water, just like what you say I want to do for Saple Road now. But I believe, say, that area, if the contractor do and the way that they do these two places where I just mentioned, all those water will come up for this area. May I just let you know? Say,
Commissioner, I want to ask you. I want to ask you.
That they look the money will go cut.
If government go feed do am, if he go work, we go do am.
He go work.
If he go work, we go do am.
Okay, Commissioner, I want to ask you one question about the quality of this work that when they do some of the roads that when they do. I want to pick one road like Idahosa Street off of Bagwe Street. When they there, if you pass there, you go Idahosa Street off of Bagwe Street. And one new road when they do. This road now, I tell you now, I never reached 2 months. But I'm talking to you now, the very first rain, when we say it fall for that road, it remove almost all the distance. If you see the Ojo, you see a new road. The quota when they put now is still a black part, this your canvas when you say area, so it's your show when you say area, so a black part, you go no say yes in a new road. But you go believe, say yes, say, less than 2 months after the construction of that road now, the road now, it like they go worse than it was before missing a core repair. Because when I say that area, and the governor would be that for already. Now be that one. So now because they ask, what do they do for this kind of a thing to check the quality of roads where this one they do? Using the Idahosa Street as an example.
Right. The quality of roads that we are doing, it's to standard. We get monitoring teams, we get organs for the ministry when it be say we dey check wetin contractors they do, not be saying anything na then they will just come put for ground for us. If there are issues on a road, it gets a particular thing when they cause them. And when we see such things, we go back, look at it properly, and find out the real reason when wetin really happened for there.
Like Idahosa Street.
Like Idahosa Street, well, I will not say I am very, very aware of it. After now, I will go there, I will check it and see what happened.
The road are very short road. Is that the back of the primary
school? I will check it and see what happens because I won't say
I think that Idahosa Street where they talk about. I just talk about my area where they're bombing when this government do. But I wish he continues the way when they work for that area. If they say handle other roads like that, if not they get all this work where they work today, tomorrow something pull out. You understand what I'm saying? Because for the way that they do that road for this area, Ekmenede, Ogwanogbe, Basimi, Oran, and all these things, or to Akenzwa Stadium Road. In fact, the best road so far, the best. But the way that they do it, they say don't feel handle, do other roads like that. Before now they get complaint.
Now, so they do other routes. No. Like I said, it depends on the situation, the ground situation. Look, the soil when they here, not be the soil when they there. It depends on the peculiar nature of that area. These things get peculiarity. If there are any issues on road, we go look at them again, find out what we didn't do well, and we'll do it well.
This road, they won't be saying the top now.
And besides, any road when they finish, not be say as it just finish, the contractor don't give us, it don't finish. If it's poor within 1 year, the contractor comes back and does it at his own cost.
Thank God say you talk, say yes, say you and Victor go walk past some of the roads there. So as you go see this thing, and I'm sure say yes, you go enter the house and street, because this one is less than 2 months, my brother. And I
We will go there.
And you will agree with me saying a sorry sight when you go see him. But I won't bring this to you, because my brother, you talk about this, you talk about the topography of the road. One side high, one side low, the moat day up, the road day ground and everything. Is it not possible, say those kind of moat when BC is saying that what is stopping them from excavating that road? Me, I just the ask, because me na layman, I not be engineer. You know, be the engineer will be say the now what in my eye see, now be say yes, I go fit talk. But you are the engineer, the expert. You get to your eye go fit see. When we say yes, say me, I no go ever fit see.
The channel is already.
Yes, it depends on which you fit get. You know, when you they do the benefit analysis, now you go do. For instance, make I tell you this same Sapler road. You know, I tell you, say initially we wanted to do a retention pond because that one go easy, it go sharp. Within few months we don't do them, it don't good. But by the time we did the levels and we compare everything, we discover, I say, the volume of water when you go fish store for there is lower than the volume when they come.
Okay, like when they talk, I say the moat self now every kind of retention now in business.
The moat when they talk so now stretches.
Okay.
9 days.
Okay, no,
they're not. You not say they're not joined. They're not there as much day before when they say everything they joined. So if we look and say, okay, the water when they here, if we excavate this moat, put them, it not go reach, it not go fit accommodate them. What will now be the use? So we do a lot of cost benefit analysis to know that this thing will it solve the problem or will it not solve the problem. And besides, if I do am this year, one thing with pouring water there is that as they put water, the thing they silt again. Sand go they enter. The water when you put there go they wash the moat go they fall. So in order for you not to create another problem, it may not always be the best solution. And at the best solution now we they look for. It's a solution to the I say make una put the water for the moat, but is it the best thing to do?
Okay, before we come out now, go ask, maybe Victor go ask one last question before I go let you come out.
Last question.
Time now we go think of.
Plenty questions there because.
But not first all of the ones. And the way to ask the question, you don't overstretch because ask the question.
The question, another question when I ask, unless you may talk about Otubu Road.
You don't talk about
Otubu Road.
Why? I'm sorry.
Whole road. I was there. We had a meeting with them last month. Work is going on.
Okay. You know that Obuoko Road, you get some area, and the problem when they fix for that place now, they talk say even they supposed to even do gutter. That be that area where they floor. Say,
with concrete, I mean.
Yes, they say the government talk say they don't get money. Like that, we don't take carry to take the gutter. So now I make them floor. And the people they complain and say, most times we rain fall.
The water they enter there. So now that one, now people they ask one they call AIA now.
Now the same thing when I don't talk before now. For that area, it's like a flat on that side. So we get issue of where to carry the water to. That is the issue we are having in that area. So nowhere to take control. That is why we now made the road rigid pavement so that water not go to spoil the road. Maybe people know they talk the road it don't spoil all those. Water not go spoil the road. But meanwhile, like I told you, we have a flood and erosion management agency. They are currently doing the studies within that catchment to see how they can link that catchment to Ogba River. We are looking at all that so that if road day, because all the natural way when water they pass before, they don't block all of them finish. So nowhere now for the water to pass. That is the problem for that area when you talk so.
Roads for Benin, they open they plenty every day because development they work out, and I agree with you. And when development they come, like they impede where say water go pass and the rest. But I want to find out. It gets one road when we say we know it's not a big bypass 9B. I would look and say the bypass road, if they do it will remove congestion from the major roads then, and the rest goes to go reduce and everything. A road like this, Ohun Road, when they for opposite 7-Up Bottling Company here, that road takes straight, go meet Siloko Road, or past Siloko Road. I will get the blessing by the time blessing that road now, because I'm major road. You go meet that player, you go open up so many communities already for there. Or can go open, or go open, even up to Iguadalos, you understand? So those are communities when we say, and this road, they already day. You don't understand? And the roads then they wide. That kind of thing, when I fit that kind of challenge upon us, I say, let's do this kind of road that people go do.
Just add Uwelu and Uwasuta.
That's Uwasuta, Uwelu road now, recurring decimal. When BC say he did there, so and everything, and make because of time, don't be a friend. I want to itemize them again. That Uwelu, the one will be say Kosa Okun, where you connect many communities, and even the technical college. What do they call them? Test timing road when BC now they do for how long now? That road is not still complete, and that road don't take. So
Second West.
Testami Road.
What do you remain for Textile Mill Road?
See,
What do you remain for Textile Mill Road?
From that to
finish up.
Wait first.
Look, the place when remain for that text, now the same problems today. We they try to see how we would link the water to the drains for 5 junctions. That's why we delay for that place.
I understand the linkage to that place now to that place now. We know say maybe not a big problem, but now if we dress the surface, people will feel the pass.
To dress the surface not be problem. You dress the surface today, rain come today, that surface don't go. It don't go. So let's do a holistic one. We not be say just they spend taxpayers' money anyhow because
what about the Uwelu Road? Where like say every
the Uwelu Road.
That's the Uwelu Road. I go want me to go past there now. I passed there 3 days ago. And
my PS was there together with the MD of Fremantle basically last week.
Okay.
They were there to see it. Now the same water problem. And where
because you get one area, then you go see some heavy peaks. Then they there.
Some heavy
big. No, yes, around that area of Vom area, the rest of them.
Now still the same challenge of water, but that Uwelu side there is a master storm drain when done they in progress for them. When they finish, we can link it conveniently. That's why I say, look, yes, we know say the pains on our people are much, but we still have to be patient because we know we fit do everything in one day.
So how long will you be patient with the Okun? Within there anything on the pipeline?
There are a lot of, like one of the tasks His Excellency has given to us is that we should try and open up the city, make it not be say everything they congested for one place. Because definitely with development, now where development day, now everybody go one foot ahead. So we have plans to begin construction of what we call new corridor routes. New corridor routes that is aimed at opening up the city to remove some of these over tightness or over congestion of people in a particular area. Because if a good road they like this place you are talking now, I'm sure more people who didn't want to live there before will want to live there.
Of course.
Somebody if you say because of hold up for this supply road, if I don't tire, I buy another land for whom I build another house. I go there. So we have plans to open up new corridor routes to ensure that we try to decongest the city centers.
Another road that to add to that open road, ADP at
Airport Road, yes.
There's a road directly facing Iriri Road.
Yes.
That road, you can if you can pass there, that road leads to Trade Fair.
Okay.
From Airport Road, Trade Fair.
Any hope for that road?
So those are the kind of roads we will look at in the next year's budget. Those are what some of the things we class as new corridor routes that we can open up to ensure that the city spreads wider.
Engineer Newton Nosawe Okoji, thank you so much when we say you come and all the promises that when we say they give to us, we go do it different from say we don't do. And next time we say we will come from this is when we say we don't atomize there now. We will come, when we come, we will go ask with us, say we don't do it. Thank you so much when we say to share with us.
Thank you very much.
We did talk since with the commissioner when we say they're in charge for road and bridges for Edo State. And then tell us so many things they did for grant. And they give us hope for the Benin Ekpoma road, Benin Auchi Road by Ekpoma. Because they hold so many meetings then with the controller when we say of work for federal controller for work for the state as they cooperate well. We know say next time we'll call her. We don't do the roads. Now we say with others. We'll take small break. We come back, not go anywhere. The name of the program, Good Morning from Benin. Anyway, we say they watch us across the globe. Just this small, want to drink water when they come back.